So I need to tell you a story that may save your life one day. See, it all began when my mom brought home a new dog. We have 2 dogs, and the first one is amazing. His name's Harley, and I have all sorts of nicknames for him. I call him Harles Barkley, Harles Dickens, Bob Harleyman, all sorts of fun nicknames, and Harley is the best. He is so stupid. And that's what I love most about Harley, because sometimes I just look at him, and he just looks back at me like he just loves me no matter what. But then I think he would probably love a bag of sticks with my shirt on it. But that doesn't mean that he's not loving me anyways. And I love him. But this other dog we have, his name's Lucy. She's the opposite of everything I just said. Lucy is pure evil. I call Lucy Lucifer. That's how evil Lucy is. But my mom loves this dog, and she brought Lucy home, and she refuses to admit that Lucy ever has made a mistake. But the story I'm going to tell you will show you that you have to be careful, because you don't know who might try to kill you. See, it all began when I began noticing that Lucy was doing some odd things. The first thing that happened was my mom and I were in the kitchen, and we have a deck, and overlooking the deck there's a koi pond, and we heard a scream, and we ran outside onto the deck, and we looked down, and my little sister was in the koi pond. And my mom has one rule about the koi pond. Don't go in the koi pond. You're going to kill the fish. So she yelled at my sister and said, Natalie, get out of the koi pond. And Natalie said, no, but Lucy grabbed me, dragged me in, and tried to drown me. My mom said, Lucy's a Pomeranian angel. She would never do something like that. And my brothers and sisters over the weeks kept coming up to me and telling me stories about how Lucy would stand outside of their room and they would feel cold air coming in. And they would get shivers and goosebumps as Lucy stood outside there. Now, this thing really took a turn for the worst when we were playing out in the backyard, and that week we'd been hearing that the local neighborhood animals had just kept going missing, and we assumed it was the coyotes because we have woods in the back. We also live on Columbia Heights, and we have woods in the back, and coyotes are there. So these animals had been going missing, and we were playing catch with my brother, and I threw a ball, and it went over his head, and he went back to get it, and he peered through the leaves, and he looked out, and he saw 15 carcasses, cats and dogs, squirrels, and rabbits from the area. And he said, Ben, come here, and I looked down right next to them, and I saw 4 paw prints, the size of Pomeranians. And I went to tell my mom, and my mom said, no, Lucy is perfect and would never kill anything like this. My mom could not believe me. Would not believe who this dog was. But one day, it finally came to an end. I came home, and I began seeing smoke billowing out from my parents' room. And I walked upstairs, and I opened the door, and Lucy was levitating above the bed and chanting in what I can only assume was Russian. And then Lucy turned to me and said, what are you doing here? And I said, why are you talking? And Lucy said, well, it's really quite simple. See, my plan is what I'm going to do is, I see all those animals you found out that they're dead? Yeah, I'm raising a zombie army. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. Because when you see a cute animal, what do you want to do? You want to go pet it. But if you're raising a zombie army, it's going to bite you and you become a zombie. And Lucy said, that is my plan. I'm going to start a zombie apocalypse through these animals. And it's going to spread like wildfire, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. And then all of a sudden, books started being hurled from the bookshelf, and I ran, and I grabbed Harley and brought Harley with me. And I got into my car and put Lucy on the seat next to me. And I began driving because I didn't know where to go. And then Harley turned and looked at me and said, Ben, I know what to do. I said, Harley, how are you talking? And he said, no, listen, Ben, you don't understand. I know what to do. See, the thing is that Lucy gets her power because she is loved by an owner. If you're able to get either Lucy to leave or you're able to get your mom to reject Lucy, then she'll lose all her power she has over this place. So I go, okay, so we drive back home, and I find Lucy and I tell her we know what's going on. And Harley stands up to her for the first time in his life and says, and I'm going to tell our owner about it. And Lucy scrams and ran. And we got rid of her that day. We couldn't bear to tell my mom. Emotionally, we didn't think she could handle it. So even though Lucy wasn't around, I still feared that her power remained. And you know, it was so weird because a few months ago, right before Russia invaded Crimea, I swore Lucy was sitting right next to Vladimir Putin. What I'm telling you this, guys, is that animals are beautiful. They bring so much joy to us. But I beg you, if you see a stray dog walking around somewhere, please don't pet it.